In this video, we are going to address a common squat limitation, and that is restricted dorsiflexion. We are going to identify four distinct ways it shows up, discuss its implications, and share some corrective strategies to improve your range of motion. But what is dorsiflexion? Dorsiflexion is the movement of the ankle joint where the dorsal or top surface of the foot moves towards the tibia. It occurs primarily at the talocrural joint, in which is formed by the tibia, fibula, and the talus. Normal dorsiflexion range of motion is approximately 10 to 20 degrees in weight-bearing activities like squats. Main muscles facilitating dorsiflexion includes the tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, and the extensor hallucis longus, while the gastrocnemius and soleus act as limiting factors when tight. How dorsiflexion presents itself and the limitations affecting squatting. First is restricted squat depth. Limited dorsiflexion reduces forward tibial translation, or knee movement over the toes, which restricts how low an individual can squat while maintaining an upright torso. Tightness in the calf muscles, like gastrocnemius and soleus, or stiffness in the ankle joint capsule hinders dorsiflexion's range of motion, forcing the knees to remain behind the toes, and this limits hip flexion and knee flexion, critical for achieving the depth in squats. Tibial movement restriction, hip and torso compensation. If the tibia cannot move forward sufficiently, the body compensates by increasing forward lean at the torso or hip flexion to shift the center of gravity and maintain balance. Excessive toward lean increases lumbar spine loading, stressing the erector spinae and intervertebral disc, which can lead to discomfort or injury over time. Externally rotated feet. By rotating the feet outward, the individual increases the transverse plane motion available at the ankle and hip, bypassing the dorsiflexion restriction. This can cause improper loading patterns across the knees and hips, leading to strain on the medial knee structures and overuse injuries as well. Heels coming off the ground or pseudo dorsiflexion. Limited dorsiflexion forces the heels to lift during the squats to allow the knees to move forward. This effectively shortens the lever arm, mimicking increased ankle range of motion, or pseudodorsiflexion. This shifts the weight onto the forefoot, increasing stress on the metatarsals and compromising balance. All of these compensations disrupt squat mechanisms, leading to increased stress on the knees, hips, and lower back. Here are some corrective strategies. Assisted gastrocnemius and soleus stretching. Lie supine on a flat surface with your body fully relaxed. Flex one knee to approximately 90 degrees while keeping the opposite leg extended on the ground. Have your partner position your foot on their thigh for support. The partner gently applies pressure to the ankle, then places their thumbs behind your toes, gently extending the toes upward to enhance dorsiflexion. This movement increases the stretch on the soleus and facilitates activation of the tibialis anterior to assist in the dorsiflexion. In this position, the soleus is being stretched because the gastrocnemius is not activated due to knee flexion. While maintaining dorsiflexion tension with the toes extended, the partner assists in fully straightening the leg. Straightening the leg stretches the gastrocnemius, which spans both knee and leg joints. Maintaining dorsiflexion increases tension through the entire muscle tendon unit, targeting both gastrocnemius and Achilles tendon as well. The gastrocnemius is now stretched because the knee extension places it under full tension, unlike earlier, the soleus specific stretch. This assisted stretch focuses on improving flexibility in the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles to enhance dorsiflexion range of motion. Next is standing calf raise. Stand on an elevated surface such as a sturdy step or platform. Allow your heels to hang off the surface. Hold on to a stable surface such as a railing or a wall for balance if needed. Slowly lower your heels downward below the edge of the platform. Keep your legs straight to target the gastrocnemius. The gastrocnemius is stretched at the ankle, moves into the dorsiflexion. And for a deeper stretch in the soleus, bend your knees slightly during the lowering phase. Bending the knees reduces tension in the gastrocnemius, isolating the soleus muscle. Pause at the bottom position for about 15 to 30 seconds and hold the stretch. Then press to the balls of your feet to lift your heels up. Ensure the controlled movement, fully plantarflexing your ankle to engage the calf muscles. The gastrocnemius and soleus contract concentrically to produce the lifting motion. This stretch improves flexibility in the calf muscles and ankle dorsiflexion range of motion while simultaneously strengthening the calves. Improving dorsiflexion takes time, but with these corrective strategies, you improve your squat mechanics and prevent limitations.